Hello, everybody. Wow, we got people here already. Who's all here? I can't see. These glasses, I'm going to have to get some reading glasses. I can see the computer just fine. It's just writing. Anyway, hi, everybody. How you doing? How you doing? Christian, what's going on, man? Got, I'm just going to call you Star, okay? I don't know what all the rest of that stuff is back there, but I have issues with sight, so. Oh yeah, yeah, we're gonna talk about magic tonight. I'm gonna wait for a couple more people to get in here because the stuff I want to talk about is, pretty important, and what's going on in. We're gonna think about it on bigger scales than just me to you and you to them, and we're gonna go deep. We're gonna go deep. So, um, we've only got 3 people here so far. Give it a couple more minutes. But what's going on right now in the sky and for the month of July is a conjunction that hasn't happened for 2,300 years. So before Christ, Mesopotamia, that kind of era. What happened 23 years ago? 2,350 years ago. It was the end of the early dynasty, third period in Mesopotamia, first destruction of the city of man. So think about that on a world level for a minute. It was the early inhabitants of this region were predominantly Semitic, and their speech is called Akkadian. To the south of the region, Akkad lay Sumer, the southern or southeastern division of ancient Babylonia, which was inhabited by a non-Semitic people known as Sumerians. Okay, so what happened 2,300 years ago is happening now. And that was, hey Heather, how you doing, babe? That was before Christ. So after the deluge, the Kali Yuga, after that was when Christ came on the scene, and Christ was a magician. So think about what's going on a mass scale with the news, with things that the structure, the power structure that is. What do you think they've been doing all this time? And why do you think they expel or kill anybody else that comes into that? Because they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know your own true power. Because if you know that, then they have no power over you anymore. Oh my God, really? Yeah, I don't know. I was getting that in like a creepy way, I mean, I don't know why I was getting that. So yeah, that blows my mind. Yeah. So anyway, we got enough people in here now. We'll go over my notes. Okay, so and then you've got a 17-year cycle happening at the same time. It's Uranus, the North Node in Taurus, and Mars all conjunct with Saturn square. Okay, so all this is happening again because yet history repeats itself. So think about magic not from a linear perspective. Think about it from a spiral perspective, like you're watching things on like you're watching it on, hey, la la la, kit, like you're watching things on a television, and that's why the television was designed. Let me explain. What do you think they've been doing all of this time? Why do they destroy magic? Why do they say it's nonsense? Why do they say it's make up fairy tales? Because they want you to believe that that's true when it's not. Hello, free spirit. I love that name. I damn sure am. Everything created now is to keep your eyes on something else, so you don't see the magician working behind the curtain. Follow the yellow brick road, Dorothy, because that's going to lead you to the answers that you will seek. Hey, Caitlin, how you doing? All right. The people are just coming into the manifestation process as you're seeing these people manifest, and they're doing it from like a baby's perspective. Think about how many thousands of years of magic has been all closed up in the VATICAN, and they have a Dyson sphere on their front lawn. Look into what that is, a Dyson sphere. All right. So this has been going on for many, many, many thousands of years. They brought in the television to hypnotize people. Then they made sure it worked. Hello, Anne-Marie. And it did. Worked like a champ, didn't it? Everybody's glued to the television set, watching Star Trek. You know, no, we ain't in Kansas anymore. That's for damn sure. We have crossed that line from comfortable to reality to the moon landing, whatever. But all I'm saying is that was what the television was created for. It was to hypnotize people, so all they'd be happy going to work, doing their job, coming home, kissing the wife, putting the kids to bed, having dinner together. That was a system to keep everybody in check. Do you think that was not magic? Who could do something like that and make a whole civilization controlled like that without anything but a TV set? Now it's these. Instead of the TV set, the last 17-year cycle was 2007 when these came out. So guess what? There's going to be new innovations, and it doesn't have anything to do with male or female. Well, yes, it does, because the patriarchy took over after Jesus Christ, and that's why it did that, was to keep women from being able to find their power, especially because as women, we hold the Vesica Pisces within, and that makes us possibly the best manifestors because we don't think in straight lines. Most women don't think in straight lines. Men, usually they have a directive, they have a goal, they set it, and they go for it. Women aren't like that. I mean, they're turning into it more and more and more because they're becoming the stronger of the two, because we've bred a lot of people who are very, very spoiled in their ways. And it's not just the men, it's the women too. But the older women, you're looking at the older witches, people who have already manifested their lives. I've manifested so many different lives in this one life, I can't even count on one hand. My last manifestation that came true was my little Korean guy, okay? And it was exact to the letter, all except for the laziness and the stupidity. But, you're still going to manifest that. It just might not be exactly what you think it was going to be. Men don't think no, there's a lot of men that think outside the box, Christians. Just sometimes they know they can get themselves in trouble when they do, and they're more controlled with that. See, the men are going more into their feminine energy, and this is where the Vesica Pisces comes into play. That is the crossover You know how the circles are around like this, and then the crossover between the circles in vibration. The crossover is the Vesica Pisces, where the two meet, the masculine and the feminine. This is what nobody wants, because it's not that we'll become non-gendered. I don't even want to say that, because that's not what I mean. It's that our energies will envelop into one energy, and that makes us powerful. That makes us strong together. And heaven forbid we be strong together. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying that because, I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I don't know anything. No awake and self-aware person is going to attack another one. I mean, and attack their character. The only ones that are doing that are unaware people who are lashing out due to their own shadow. That's why I tell, hey, Diggy, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, that's why I tell everybody, see your shadow. Wrap your arms around it. Say, I love you. And that shadow's got no control anymore. And you become whole. You don't allow your insecurities to guide you through every other step. Now, witches or magic is supposed to be supported through homeopath and naturopath ways of healing, sound, vibration, techniques, herbs, crystals, and yes, spells. Spells are spelling. They're an intention that you set out. Yeah, it's an intention that you set out. And you're going to get your wish. But that's why I'm saying it's like Aladdin and the magic lamp. Think about that story for a minute. He got all his wishes, right? Except for the Disney cartoon pushed it too far. But Aladdin got all of his wishes. Or did he? And that is what you need to feel that inside. You need to know yourself enough to know that what you're wishing for is truly, truly what you want. Because after you get it, you might have left out some details. Let's just put it that way. And the universe acts on intention, not la, 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 So if you throw it out there and expect it to stick, think again. It's repetitive action, repetitive things that do this. Why do you think witches repeat themselves over and over and over again, doing it? What I call them, affirmations. So, it's because they keep repeating the same thing over and over again. So that's what they get. But if it ain't for your highest good and shtick, yeah, I can manifest shtick till I'm blue in the face, okay? But do I really want that stick and all that comes with it? You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So like I said, and anybody that's doing this to you that's not, especially not of the same vibration, that shit's going to bounce off your Taurus field because you're vibrating higher than that. Now you might get a little twinge of it. Like I get really stupid dreams. It's like when somebody's throwing energy at me, I can pretty much, because see, your twin flame you never see in Scorpio. Your twin, you never see their face in a dream. There's a reason for that. There's a lot of reasons for that. But people who are throwing shade your way, you'll see them in your dreams. Okay? People who are throwing negativity, even if they're obsessed with you. I mean, if they're obsessed with you and you know who they are and they show up in your dream doing some silly ass dumb shit that you'd be like, what? You're like, so yesterday, You know that's some weak ass musician trying to use your own thoughts against you. Poke him in the eye. That's what I said. With that magic wand. Dreamt of the duckies. With the stick. Yeah, I've even said that, I think, before. What the hell are you doing here? Get out. I wouldn't give 2 cents to think about you during the day, let alone at night. Okay, so the negativity or the positivity that you send out comes back to you 3 times 3 automatically. So think about what you're manifesting, how quickly you want to manifest it, and how good is it for you and everybody else involved with you. Having a fantastic fantasy. You can have all the fantasies you want. You know, everything that I'm talking about, just like 2 years ago before all this started, and I told everybody what would happen, nobody listened. But I say by the end of July, you will see things you never thought you would ever see in your whole life. And when your jaw will be dropping, you going, the fuck? Oh my God. You know, and the best thing you can do for yourself through all this time is just do whatever you can to make yourself happy. Keep them vibrations high. Try to keep your diet light. I mean, eat good, but eat healthy. You know, try to stay away from the McDonald's, okay? Just saying. Because all that food is designed to dumb you down. Seriously. Yeah, exactly. You pulsate that Taurus and you get about, exactly. You get the vibes. You pulsate that Taurus field, and then when people throw shade at you, it just goes boink. Return to sender, boink, off. Because that's your magic. That's the magic you carry that you're able to control, is getting that vibe all the way up to your crown chakra and going, bitches. You know, and when it's funny because, like I said, when I wasn't aware of all of this, I can see where people have manipulated me and played with me, and the magic that's been practiced. All of this, all of this stuff that my dad did, my parents did, their parents did, their parents did. It's all been a game of manipulation to keep a poor boy down. You know, the abuse, the projection, that you can consider that all magic. Because it's somebody else infringing on your rights as a human being. And you felt powerless to do anything about it. I'm here to tell you that once you learn how to use that power, you are not powerless. And you can make that shit bounce right off you. No, not today, Satan. Not today. Not today. Not today. La 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 la. Yeah, but Christian, if you want to call them downloads, D, you can call them downloads. I call them past lives that I remember. Because I got memories all the way back to, God, I guess it's Lemuria and Atlantis. So, and I was a scientist. So I don't know why I get these memories. I just know that that's where they come from. You don't put your happiness in anybody else's. Hey, Bean, you don't do that, Christian, ever. You always manifest for what feels good to you, not what feels good to them, not what feels good to them. Now, if you got kids, you gotta manifest for them, okay? because they're not experienced. But you can teach them how to manifest in a way that is direct and not just like, okay, whatever. Kid, I love you. So when they grow up and they start manifesting, and you could teach them in a direct way to manifest, so they don't mismanifest, so they don't throw shade on other people and get it back and then wonder, what the hell, I'm under attack. Well, hell yeah, you're under attack because you're wide open, baby. You're not protecting yourself. We love you too, Bean. Hey, Kenneth, how you doing? So the rundown is, yeah, that. Damn, that came out of nowhere. I'm going through another little cleanse right now, guys. You'll have to forgive me. It's not like the one before. This one is just my what do you call those? Nodes. The nodes. Yes, exactly, Christian. That's why the next civilization will be different if we make it that way. That is what is our power to change the world. We can change it in one generation if we really, really try. If we teach what we preach, you know. I'm not going to tell you how to do something and then tell you not to go out and do it. I mean, that's just stupid. That's it. But this is what nothing, and you will love it, bitch. You've been playing that game for too long. Us waking ones, this not the woke side, because they are so not self-aware. I mean, think about Nancy Pelosi. I'm just saying, that is not a self-aware person. She has no clue what it's like to be you or me. Yeah, that's exactly it, Christian. I'm doing the whole nodes thing, so I can put my pineal gland to work, because I got some work to do for my spirituality conquest, if that's what you're calling it. Some shamanic stuff I have to do over the next couple days. So I won't be doing videos for a couple days. Please don't shoot me. But I got like this little adventure I got to go on for a couple of days. And then I'll be back on Saturday, and we'll have another live Saturday night. So we can, just like, no! You think? You think? People call me drunk. I ain't never seen more drunk than that. Don't leave me. I'm not leaving, baby. I got 1,000 videos there. Enjoy yourself. Look at the one from 2 years ago called Dragon Energy. It teaches you all about your galactic signature and how to look it up and go down your own little rabbit hole and have some fun with that. Because I'll tell you, I find it fascinating, but that is my scientific mind, my rational mind. So we can all agree, and you can agree to disagree. You can say, whatever, man. And then you carry on your way and do your thing and live your life. You don't say, wish that person ill. You don't wish any harm on somebody else, because guess what? You don't know whose vibration is stronger than yours. And if their vibration is stronger than yours, that shit's gonna bounce off and come back at you. It's called karma. Balance, baby. Our mother does not take sides. She just keeps the balance. Dark, light. Think of Star Wars, okay? Think of drones, Jedis, Jedi mind tricks. So we've got drones on one side with the dark side, right? And they, they are who they are, and they're led like drones because they're just, okay, sir, I'll do whatever you tell me, sir. Drones, okay? Then we have the rebels, or what I call the Jedi, all right? So the resistance, this is where the two worlds separate. One becomes the drones and one becomes the Jedis. You kind of got to pick a side here, guys, because there really ain't no in between. If you want to keep your place in the here and now, I mean, there's a lot of people that are opting out right now because they don't want to stick around for this dark and light stuff anymore. They can't handle it. Some people's dark are so, yeah, dark and light here, kid. I get it, man. I had to balance that shit out because I was mismanifesting left and right. I mean, look at the manifestation I just made happen. The Korean guy. I wanted somebody who was Korean, closer to my age than 25, and hot, and sweet. And he was all of that, but he was lazy. He was non-emotional. You see what I'm saying? I'm wearing a helmet for everyone's protection. Thank you, Kit. We certainly appreciate that. So, yeah, you could always put your spiritual helmet on too. Keep that dark shit out. But you have to learn how to use that tool. So, and that's what I do whenever I feel like there's like those kind of entities around my home. I envision this bright sunlight gold just coming down from my ceiling and then just going out my ceiling and melting down my walls and then coming up my floor, and a big old Excalibur standing in front of it. And I'll tell you what, ain't no bitches come near me. They might try. Exactly. But see that Christian, in a way, that is the way to sum it up. I'm just saying, because think about the washer and the dryer. They're two totally different. One's fire, one's water. They're two totally different elements. But if you make them work together, they make a perfect machine. Now, this is what the powers that be think that they're doing, but they're not. They want everything to be their way. They want to control the tumble in the dryer, or the spin in the washer. You can't control that shit. That's just stupid. Okay, it's spinning. Stick my hand in there and stop it. You're destined for a disaster. You know why? Because the Jedi is going to be like, bitch, what'd you just do? You're stupid. Sure, Cassandra, you sure can. It's like you open up the dryer and the dryer just stops. Duh. You just want to ask about the upcoming Jaws? Taurus Gemini. I'll pull 3 cards for both questions. Oh, we're talking Greece here, Heather. That's going way back. Okay. Taurus, Sun, Gemini, Moon. Density, destiny, celebration. I see celebration here. I don't see a three-party situation here, sweetheart. So I think you're going to be celebrating both, Cassandra. I'd say within the next 3 months, maybe by August, because that's 8. So could be any time between now and August. Sagittarius energy. So it's probably going to be towards, August, September, around there. But everything's going to fall into place. You just have to, give it a little bit of time and be patient. It is your destiny. You're on the right track. You're welcome. Played Sandy, so why not? Was you Sandy once, Heather? I grew up in a little bit of a different... I had that movie when I was a kid, but I always wanted to be like the Mighty Isis and the Bionic Woman, and that was those were my childhood heroes. I wanted to be anything like that. I was on TV. I was enthralled. I was like, Wonder Woman, Isis, the Bionic Woman. Oh, this is so cool. I was a twin orphan in production. Annie, was you really? Oh, you wanted to be Grasshopper from Kung Fu. Kid, I grew up and become Grasshopper. Me love you long time. I actually took a hot bang from monks, or just David Carradine bald-headed. The funny thing about me liking Asian men now is that when I was younger, I would never have even went there. I mean, it's not that I didn't have anything, I never knew any. So it wasn't until I ended up with a roommate for 8 years that was Korean that I became very fond of the food and the culture, and then yes, the men. So no, kung fu wasn't one of mine. I mean, I was more into the women superheroes, but when I grew into an adult, by the time when I was 26 years old, I took Hapkido for 3 years, and that was brutal, but I earned my black belt in 3 years, so that was definitely an experience. That's kung fu and aikido mixed, so some die-hard martial arts. We used to have a teacher that used to do, like, what do they call those when people show off their skills? I can't think of the word, but yes. I know, I get it, Cassandra. You don't even have to tell me. Anyway, they used. I had one of my teachers was from India, and the other one was Korean, and they used demonstrations. That's what they call them. And the Indian guy would lay on a bed of nails with 2 concrete blocks on his stomach, with a piece of wood there. And then the Korean guy come over and sledgehammer it on his stomach while he's laying on a bed of nails. Bitch, you crazy, man. There ain't no way I'd do that, not even for a minute. So, and then he had a truck drive over his stomach. Hello. Porphyria? different. I don't know how to say it, but it's cute. You know, he had a truck, a 4x4 truck drive over his stomach. I was like, I ain't doing that. I'm stupid. I mean, you take a chance with your life every time you try something like that. I don't blame you, Christian. At that time, he was like one of the hottest guys. I'll teach you a good self-defense move, guys. It's like when somebody comes at you, just go like this, and then kick them in the nuts. You be all set. Run right away. Oh, thank you for the super chat. I mean, if somebody's coming at you, want to lay hands on you, just act like you're defending yourself and then kick them. Stick it to them and run. I mean, it gives you enough time to duck and run. Bye. Gotta go now. You can handle that. No shame in running, none at all. That's okay, sweetheart. Every little bit helps, trust me. Every little bit gets me closer and closer to my goal. And when I get to that goal, we're going on a trip, guys. Just saying. And I don't mean, was it ayahuasca? What? Yeah, whatever that stuff is that they drink in the desert. Ayahuasca? Yeah. I mean, the last time I did anything like that was 2017 or 18. I think it might have been 18. Yeah, it was 2018. And I went to Joshua Tree Park with a bunch of youngsters. And they were all doing shrooms. And I joined in. And I'll tell you what, I never seen so many cool cactuses in my life. I don't do it on a regular basis. That's not something I would do. But it was fun, you know, it's an experience. Yeah, that's what it's called, Kit. So there's a lot of people that do that purposely. They go out to the desert and they go into that whatever and drink that. What it is peyote, basically. And they drink that peyote mix and they trip balls for like hours and go down all these. It's Alice in Wonderland. It's going down the rabbit hole where one pill makes you larger, one pill makes you small, and then you go through the tunnels of other dimensions, because we are in a dimensional frequency, just like everything else. Only there's more frequencies higher than our own. The shrimp and the stick. Hey, how are you? Acha. Got new people in here tonight. Welcome. It's not that, you know, you got to think about it in a broader perspective, Heather. What is truly the illusion here? What is the true illusion? Is it tripping balls in the desert? Having, you know, a spiritual experience? Or is it watching TV for 8 hours on end? Think about that illusion for just a minute. It's like Kit creates illusional worlds. So she could tell you all about that. She creates worlds within worlds within worlds, which is what's going on before your very eyes, Dorothy. So follow the yellow brick road, meet the heart to the mind, and get your courage. So it's like, bitch, I got this. I'm ready. Yeah, well, you've got how positive or negative it is. It's just by the charge, Heather. It's just the charge. And if your charge is weak, there's more work to be done. The voice is going back away. On this. Try to protect myself. What is it? However, income splits with new wife, etc. If there was a prenup, baby, there ain't. I don't know if there's any way to get around that. I mean, you can try, but we'll see what happens. I see getting your wish, Jolie, whatever it is. I think you're stressing a lot about not much. You don't want to see this other person get what's yours. I get that. But you also have your own mountain to climb, baby. All right? A mountain is self-love. Okay? This is your destiny. Is to be happy. And you're too busy doing this to be happy. And that is pushing your manifestation away. Does that make sense to you? Because this is what that's okay, Christian. If you want to advertise that, that's fine, because there's a lot of people who are abused that way. I just choose not to talk about it because I was one of them. Not anymore, but I was one of them from childhood, from my father, my mother, my brother, to my children. And I prefer not to talk about it because, it's not that I have wounds left, because it's because they're healed and I don't need to touch them anymore. That's Jolie. I have plenty of material on my channel, baby. I even got a power prayer somewhere on the community part, and it's to pull your power back. That's how you let go. You pull your power back that you knowingly or unknowingly gave away. You pull it back. You set an intention. And from that intention, you do not stop. You don't let anything get in your way, no matter how much it breaks your heart. Because it's very, very you know how difficult it is to turn your own child down? If you don't have one, you'll never know. But I do. Do you know how hard it is to turn your own mother down? Or for your mother to turn you down for a brother? I mean, that shit gets deep. So you've got to heal that. That part of you has to heal in order for you to go forward. So therefore, you have to do shadow work and get rid of those feelings of resentment. Yeah, go to Christian's channel and start looking into some of the things he talks about, because that's what you're a victim of. Narcissistic abuse. And it makes you feel less than who you are. But once you find that power, Jolie, you will never go back, baby. I'm telling you. You will be, bitch, you only thought you were going to get in my energy, okay? And I saw that shit coming from a mile away and said, wrong answer. So you will be able to control it. You just have to get there. It's a long, arduous journey, and trust me, it took a couple of years of crying in the shower. I don't know what that's all about, but it seems like all of us do it. That dark night of the soul where we sit there in the shower at the bottom of the shower and just cry and cry and cry until we ain't got no tears left. Till there's nothing left to cry. Been there, done that, baby. Know that. And it'll end, Jolie, when you're ready, and not a minute before. Yes, they are. My father was very traumatizing. He was very abusive towards me, and so was my brother. So and it was just the way they were. I mean, my brother didn't even grow up around my dad, and he still acted like him as an adult. So I don't know what that's all about, but a lot of those people aren't going to be here no more eventually, because they chose that path, because everything's a choice point. If you're a service to self person, you will go down the path of the service to self, which is, I mean, by all means, love yourself, take care of yourself, nurture yourself. But when you're out to hurt other people because of what you feel, or you're out to hurt other people because of what you want, costing whatever it took, then that's all going to get paid back with dividends and interest. For you, not for them. No problem, Christian. I definitely recommend anybody who has any kind of issues like that to look into narcissistic behavior and how the gaslighting and the control system that they try to put you in so they can control you through manipulation, make you feel less than. Should I go to my hub's job work overnight to catch him, or just let the universe karma take care of it? Oh, D. How is my face so deep? Because I put my life into the hands of God, and he delivered me. If it wasn't for that, I don't think I would have the kind of faith I have now. T. It's gonna be up to you, but you might find out different. I don't know. Somebody being sneaky here. Hey, Jonna, how you doing, baby? Yeah, he's ex. Wait, what do you care? Just wait. Just wait. 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 He'll be your ex soon. Ugh. You don't want that nasty thing. You don't want that nasty thing. That's why I don't go out there looking for it. Because I can see everything that's attached to it, baby. And I'll tell you, I'm in Ohio. Ugh. I mean, damn. At least I have more of a selection in LA. I could go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, as opposed to just short, fat, bald, and mo. I'm not knocking everybody here. They're okay until about 35. Although my Korean guy turned out to be, 1972. So yeah, I mean, he's at 40, 46. Fuck, I don't even know. I need a calculator right now. I'm not even thinking. I don't even know if I'm gonna go to Florida, baby. I'm thinking about just getting me a passport, put my shit in storage, and going bye-bye. Fuck that Florida shit if I could go somewhere else. And I love Florida. Don't get me wrong. Florida's my home. Tampa Bay is my home. That is where I call home. All my friends there, you know, all my rock and roll buddies and stuff. Half of them dead because the lifestyles that they choose, you know. I died a few times and came back, but no, I'm thinking Southeast Asia there, D. And then I'll really be going, good morning, Vietnam. Waking up in Vietnam, walking out on the little patio, enjoying the waterfalls in Bali, if it's still there. I might be gone more than 6 years. that might be what happens. I don't know. I'm just gonna go. I just want to go have some fun. I mean, hell, I got no kids. I got no dog. I ain't got no. The only thing I got is house plants, and I give those to the neighbors. I just put them outside. So, you know, and I don't plan to. I'm not gonna add any more furniture to this place or nothing. I want to go. I want to go, and I want to enjoy my life. And I've been to Europe. I've been to Ireland. I've been to a lot of places in Europe. Wales, of course, London, all of Europe, really. I'll pull one card for you and see it. Yes, Heather. As soon as you learn how to mold that self together, there is a 2 of Cups waiting for you. All right? I told you, pull one card. It will be your justice for whatever you're asking about. Okay? And Heather, think about magic, okay? Just what you said right there. Okay? Think about magic. Think about Disney. Think about the Little Mermaid. You poor, unfortunate souls. And that's what we're dealing with. They think we're these little puny little things that should have the life sucked out of us because we're just poor, unfortunate souls. No, it's because you don't know your power. And once you step into it, look out, bitches, because that is when the true battle of the wits of Harry Potter will begin. He's reinvented. He's retented. Oh, so kid, he's got to stick up the old hiney. Sounds like. Now, I don't know why I came out this way, but this person is showing you who they truly are, Kit Kat. Yeah, he's showing you who he truly is with that 7 of Swords in reverse. Don't touch my wand. Poke you in the eye with it. Christian, were you here for that one when me and Kit was talking about that? She said, we were talking because there was some stupid person in it. We were talking about, I said, you want to see a real warrior, bitch? Step to the front. And Kit says, I use my magic wand. And that's like a restraining order. What you gonna do? Poke him in the eye with it or throw it at him? 7 of Swords in reverse, Kit. Star, I got you. Why is that? You don't know why Seven of Swords is in reverse? That's because somebody's actually being honest with you and showing you their true intentions, showing you their true self. That's a Seven of Swords. Now the seven upright is a faker. I didn't even put the Seven of Swords in here backwards. It just came out that way. So it's somebody who's showing you who they truly are without showing you. Okay? Not being sneaky, nothing. Okay, Star, I got you next. Well, Star, you're crystal clear about what you like and what you don't like. You got a yes from the universe if you have a consideration going on here, but there is a money issue that you have to consider in this decision. Going after what you love might stress you out in the money department. Okay? With the King of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles, it's being crystal clear about what you want without any doubt knowing what you want. You just it's like you want to know how you're going to get the money to do it, basically. 10 of Cups. Man, oh man. It is your wish, whatever that is. And I told you, wish granted. But you have to really, really want what you're doing, even if it's going to cost you a buck or two. You know? If you don't love it, then it ain't going to stick. That's what all of us are being tested with. Is if you don't love it, if it isn't your truth, it ain't going to stick. It's going to bounce off the wall and fly back at you. Caitlin, oh, poor baby. Just kidding. Scorpios are addicting. Just to give you a heads up. Especially Scorpio males. I don't know, Scorpio females. From what I can see with the Scorpio females, it's the same. You're welcome, Star. Ooh. Caitlin. Got some player energy here, baby. And you said he's a Scorpio? Got Gemini here, but I see you waiting on a player, Caitlin. All right? You waiting on somebody that really isn't what they seem like they are. They're in it for a good time, not a long time. That's what player energy is. I'm here to have a good time, not a long time. Be the light. Got you next. Walking away from something, be the light. Oh, hello, Mary. How you doing? Thank you. I got all that Pisces energy. I understand it completely. Knowing yourself, though, Pisces is the best thing you could ever do for yourself. Knowing your chart, knowing why you do the things you do, and then it don't sound so la anymore. It sounds like it makes perfect sense. And it gives you a reason to enjoy your life. Okay, who's next? Who is next? Be the light. Any messages for you? You next. Be the light? What the hell is going on in your world? My goodness. I feel like, I'm gone. I don't know what that means, honey. But you got the Knight of Swords here. Something happening really quick because of a decision. And then you getting a message and cutting a bitch. I don't know what that means, baby. You got Eight of Wands, Queen of Swords. You are by the end of this conversation that happens very, very quickly, you're going to make a choice to cut a bitch. Hey, Anna, another Scorpio. My Scorpios are just the best. I love you guys so much. You're welcome. Prevailing court. Throw one down for Heather. It looks like you just might, baby. Queen of Cups. Your energy. I am Scorpio, yeah. And lots of people really have a hard time getting over the past, especially if it's something they truly, truly love. And I can attest to that. You know, my spiritual journey has not been an easy one. It certainly has not. But I am so standing in my energy that I will stand here with nothing physical. I went to a damn homeless place, a homeless shelter, because I will be damned if I allow anybody to disrespect me and treat me like garbage ever, ever, ever again. I'll have nothing first. So sometimes it comes to that point where you would just rather have nothing than have all the crap entangled with what you have to deal with. And that's where I got with it. I mean, I always try to do the right thing. Always try to do the right thing. That's why I came to Cincinnati, trying to make up with my kids. It landed me in a homeless shelter because I refused to be treated like garbage. So sometimes that's where you got to go. And with the boyfriend, with the twin flame, I ended up on the shower for 2 years. Shower floor for 2 years. So I've done my shadow work. Becky, will you hear from your Scorpio ex? I don't think so. You might. Got the Queen of Swords in reverse right now. I mean, but they may have somebody else. They're not cutting you off completely. They might just be taking a hiatus, which means a break. Does it sound cliche to say that I just need some space, babe? I can give you 8 ways to say that. 8 ways to say I need my space. Pisces, Scorpio. We got all the answers. Kick everyone off the fucking bus if needed. Exactly. You know, it's better to burn out than fade away. I'll spin those wheels as many times as I have to. I am a typical Pisces. I will wipe that chessboard clean and start over and not look back. I am not afraid. And that pretty much that's where your dark night leads you, is to this impenetrable shield where you never give up. You never let anybody else tell you who you are. And it's a beautiful thing. Be careful with that, Becky, which is what we're talking about. Okay? Manifesting and magic. It's the same thing. Now, if you're playing with something outside yourself, that could be why the Queen of Swords was in reverse. If you're playing with energy outside yourself and trying to like do a love spell or a connection spell or something like that, you may end up with an attachment you don't want. I'm just saying. We are all manifesting that way now. So when you intentionally manifest something for someone else, it will never last. Never. It will not stand the test of time because anything that is not true will not stand the test of time. Jonah, I don't think you will. 5 of Swords, 4 of Cups. This person is not even seeing what they're doing wrong, Jonah. You're welcome, Becky. They're not even seeing what they're doing wrong. So remember that when next time they start their crap with you or whatever, because I feel like y'all are fighting. But they don't even see it like that. They don't even see it like it's a problem. So you might be dealing with the narcissist too and you need to watch some of Christian's material. Because narc abuse is not fun. I've dealt with it my whole life. I refuse to deal with it anymore. Yeah, like I said, Becky, just be careful with that energy manipulation because you got Aladdin's magic lamp in your hand. Make sure that what you wish for, you want to keep. Because you can mismatch and mismanifest like I just did. And I had to kick it to the curb, like Heather just said. Because it wasn't anything like what I wanted. I mean, it looked like what I wanted. It talked like I wanted. It had the culture I wanted and all that. But he was like a robot. He might have had emotions, but he wasn't real good with emotional stuff because he saw things in ones and zeros. I said, what are you, a fucking robot? Or are you human? You know, not to mention lazy as hell. Too lazy to even take care of his own shit. Yeah, he was a Sag. Sag with a lot of Scorpio placements. Huh. And yeah, he was hot. Yeah, he was charming. Oh, my neighbor's ringing at me. I can see you in a minute, guy. I don't have a car, so just wait a minute. I don't drive, guys. I do Uber and Lyft. I'm a terrible driver. Hell, I can't even see the damn cards. Can you imagine me behind the wheel? I know my limits. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying you can manifest it for somebody else, but it won't stick because it's not yours. Your energy is to manifest your best life, your best outcome, not what they want. You see what I'm saying? Because each person is going to have their own idea of what perfect is and their own idea of what they want is. So if you try to manifest that from somebody else, it's like putting them under a spell. It's like casting a spell. And then when the magic wears off, what are you left with? A manifestation that you created by yourself because that's what you thought was right. Oh, you're welcome, Claire. I'm glad you enjoy that. I hope they are helping you. Yeah. And the more you go down that road of the natural path where you're being affected and you know what's being affected, the more you can heal yourself and the better you'll feel, the stronger you'll become. And it's awesome. When you get to the point where your Taurus field is basically impenetrable because you're strong enough to face anything, it's a beautiful thing. And it feels really, really good to know that you can pretty much face anything And not that you'd be okay with it, but you'd be able to handle it. Who am I about to cut off? That's crazy. I don't know. Let me see. Be the light. Let's see who you about to cut off. I don't know if somebody hurt you. Look at this. Look at this. Be the light. I'm going to show you the cards. 8 of Cups, 3 of Swords, and a 3 of Cups. So there's 3 people involved here. Be the light. And you're either going to hurt them or they're going to hurt you. And you're going to walk away. I don't know who this person is. You would know more than me. But there's somebody you're guarded against, that's for sure. Good girl. Good girl, Claire. Glad to hear that. You're welcome. You're welcome, sweetie. Sometimes I don't like to give the messages like that, but you know, I'm going to tell it to you straight always. I'm not going to bullshit you. Just ask Claire Marie. We had a session just last week. You know, she had one of my my over the top sessions, and we had a lot to discuss. And that's what I'm here to do. Is I'm here to help you find. Sassy's here! Woo! That's what I'm here to do. Is help you to seek that truth, help you to go down that rabbit hole. So when you come out the other side, you got your head screwed on them. Of course you can, Andrea. How you doing, sassy baby? I'm glad you could make it. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here. I'm starting to die. I think these. Oh my God, it went up 10 degrees just since I got on this live. Hold on a minute. That's why I'm dying. It's like all of a sudden, it got 10 degrees hotter in the house because I had the window open. Holy shit. It says 83 degrees outside, just turned to 82. It went from 73, 74 to 82, and like, I got pants on. I ain't walking around no pants no more. I only did that once. It was too hot. Did that once. Y'all don't wear pants. Why I gotta wear pants? I think we already discussed that, Amber or Andrea. My bad. I think we already talked about that, and I told you she was. Hey, Zena, how you doing? Sassy baby, dude. Sassy's awesome. Sharon's here. Zena's here. Hey, Kimberly. The gang's almost all here. Sassy. Andrea, I'll pull a couple cards and so we'll see what's up. Hey, baby. I think she's going to want to have a brand new start and move in your house. Just saying. Look out for it, Andrea. I think she's going to try to move in with you. She might reach out. But she might have somebody else and she's going to tell you about it. And she's going to say, well, if I leave this other situation, I'm going to have to move in with you. And then you'd be like, I don't know. You looking for a roommate? She's like, holy crap. our weekly psych session. We're missing anime. She's not. Well, it's late. It's late in India. It's 9 hours later in India. So anime not being here is, understandable. Yeah, well, to see that, and therein lies the rub, Andrea. If she wasn't batshit crazy, she would be asking to move in with you because she ain't got no place to go. Okay? So that means that somebody else is getting rid of her. So just keep that in mind. Shtick session, aggression, removed. I've had people do that to me, though. All of a sudden say, well, I'm getting kicked out of my place because I want to continue seeing you. Can I stay with you? And I've done it. Oh, was I ever sorry? Don't bring up the shtick. Oh, this is the shtick group here, so we always talk about the shtick. I had somebody telling me that I was rude the other day. Said I was tacky. You might have seen the comment on one of my videos there, because I didn't explain what the card was and what it meant. I just called it the shtick. I said, noted. That ain't gonna stop me from calling it the stick. Andrea has a full house. Yep. So with my I'm almost 10K subscribed. So when I get to that, Heather, I'm definitely gonna have merch, and it's gonna have all my little sayings on it. Scorpio. We'll say cut a bitch on the back. I mean, I'm gonna have some pretty cool merch when I get that far. I mean, I've got some Teespring stuff, but that's nothing. I mean, I ain't got my name on it or nothing. But when I go to do my own merch, it's gonna be a lot more intricate than that. I just did like a test run. But we're gonna have Hermit Time t-shirts, Cut a Bitch t-shirts, motherfucking Queen of Swords t-shirts, Eight of Cups and That Ass t-shirts. I'd say within 4 months, Andrea, because it was the Four of Wands. So I give it 4 weeks, 4 months. You will be hearing from this person again. Yeah, t-shirt. I don't see Scorpio as death, though. I see it as transformation. Always. The end of the old, out with the old and up with the new. Not that we are normal or anything. Oh, Scorpios and Pisces are the weirdos of the zodiac, okay? And we are the deepest. We go down that rabbit hole hard with our guns blazing, going, okay, let's do this. Spirits, I'm coming. We're not afraid of it. That's part of what scares other people away, though, with us, with Scorpios and Pisces, because we're not afraid of the dark. And so many people are. That's not a full moon in Cancer, it's a new moon in Cancer, Claire. And the new moon is activating everyone. It's activating the things in you that are psychic. The whole water trine is part of this. So everybody in here is experiencing a shift. And by Capricorn full moon, I think it's the 14th, you will see the expression of whatever you're manifesting during this new moon. So whatever you're manifesting right now, is what you will see the results of by the Capricorn full moon. I love rabbit holes too. See? Asked you for $400. Don't. You nobody's shug, Andrea. I think it's the 14th. Yeah, I think it's around then. That's when, see, this is, like I said, this is where this 2,300 year cycle and 17 year cycle in the sky, as above, so below, is going to come to a, oh gosh, well, you got war, violence, and all that involved with things being shook up with Uranus and the North Node in Taurus, which rules money, finances, all of that. So I'd say to all y'all in my chat right now, the best thing for you to do right now is prepare for that. Stock up on any kind of groceries you can, anything you can. So if shit is man, whatever, you're set. You can sit here and go, I got food, I got water, I got what I need. Be comfortable. If you're in a place where you're not home, still be prepared. That way you don't have to sit there and go, what am I going to do? And get out there in the middle of some shit that you have no business being in. The best thing to do is to stay inside if there is violence breaking out around you. All right? Don't even go outside. Keep that door locked and don't answer it unless you have to. And if you do happen to have, you have to hide that shit, man. Because if the popo, they're going to kick it. They're going to kill you. Okay, just saying. I don't know what a nice way to put any of that, guys. I just don't know a nice way of putting any of that. But you're seeing the beginning of that now. So by the end of July, by the last 2 weeks of July, you will see that on the rise, as well as the twin flame dynamic. And it's almost like that, Sassy. This is the Kali Yuga. This is the final deluge. And the last time that this happened was the end of the Mesopotamia Empire. Okay, 2,300 years ago, before Christ. That was the downfall of the Mesopotamian Empire. So, what's as above, so below. History keeps repeating itself. Remember, things are cyclical, not linear, cyclical. And exactly, what is meant to be will be. Where are you going to be on that spectrum? Are you going to be a warrior? Are you going to be a drone? Like I said, there's going to be no in between after all this shit goes down anymore. There's going to be no woke people. There's only going to be the awakened and the drones. The Jedi or the drones. You got to pick a side, guys. See, the Jedi is both dark and light because they can balance that shit. The drones are Walking Dead. They just do what they're told because they're told to do it, and they don't know any other way to do it. They don't know how to think for themselves. That's intentional, Seema. All of that's intentionally manufactured. I mean, you're watching it happen. If you're missing that, then I don't know. If people cannot see that this is happening on purpose, I mean, it's right there in your face. They have to tell you what they're doing before they do it, because that's how they try to escape the karma. But they're too stupid to escape it nowadays because they're dinosaurs and they need to be removed anyway. Nothing's ever certain. But if you're certain about who you are and what you got to offer people, and where it becomes in a say like an emergency situation where you got to huddle together and you got to count on each other to help each other through, don't you want to be on that side as opposed to just going where you're told and doing what you're told to do because you don't know any other way of being? That's called brainwashing. When you can't think for yourself, you are completely entranced and hypnotized by the television set telling you every move to make. So when it comes outside the box, you got to get outside the box. All men, women. And that sounds wonderful. Clara, that sounds wonderful. I would like to see that. Get back on it. And Sharon, that's where we got to do it too. You know, the Jedi mind tricks got to go both ways, bitches. And then when we're a hive mind too, it's just that ours is more from the heart center and the service to others. Theirs is the service to self. They don't care about others. So that's the difference between the two. And no matter what anybody does to me, it's not going to make me give up my hope in humanity, my hope in a better life. That's what it is, Christian. You become the certain one in an uncertain world. Don't fear the person going, ah! Fear the person going, because that's the one you need to pay attention to. And I'm not saying fear them, follow them. Because they're the ones that got the answers. The ones going, ah, are the ones that are controlled. Their programs being manipulated. I'm sorry, we have to interrupt your regular programming to, have you ever heard that? That's what's happening on a worldwide scale. And we're all part of that, aren't we special? Seema, there, like I said, our mother takes no sides. She only keeps the balance. So good and bad is irrelevant. It's how you stand in your own power and love from a place of from selflessness, as opposed to being selfish and greedy and wanting everything for yourself. I mean, that's old school. That's like last century. Like we're coming out of that now. We're going into Aquarius. It's going to be love thy neighbor, and not like that anymore. The survival of the fittest is not going to be the way things are in the next part of our reality. And the reason why they don't want people having any more kids is because people are going to start living longer, and they don't like that. Over the next generation, they will live to be 150 years old. So, and as the generations progress, it will be longer and longer and longer, like back in the days before time. You know, people lived 400 or 500 years. That was normal. Yeah, no, nobody should lose hope. That is why people like me are here. You know, because we want the best for everybody, no matter what, and we're willing to stick up for those who can't stick up for themselves because they never knew how. It isn't because they're, you know, ignorant, it's because they've been programmed. Yeah, that's what it is. We interrupt your regular broadcast to bring you this. Yeah, that's what you're seeing happen on a mass scale right now. That damn staring at the TV. Oh my God, what's gonna happen next? I'm so frozen in my seat right now. I'm wondering what's gonna happen next. I can't live. That's where they want to keep you. Yeah. See, when you ain't scared of that TV, and you ain't scared of no shadow, and you ain't scared of shit, they can't use that against you no more. And then you become what? A sentient being. Your own boss, your own mind, the way you think. And no matter what anybody says, does, or what, they can't change your mind. Like I said, I've been delivered. I know what the universe is capable of. And trust you me, there ain't no man on this earth ever showed me that. No politician, especially. They're all lawyers. Hello. They're all con men. Hello, McFly. All lawyers are con men. And that's who runs the world. Lawyers and bankers. And they're all liars. Lawyer means to lie. Literally. Look it up. Look it up. My husband was one of the best trial attorneys in the area we lived in, and I'll tell you what, he got people off on some of the most technical shit because he was so good at bullshitting. He even called the mediator names one time and got suspended for 3 months because he was such an asshole. And that's how he intimidated people into giving him what he wanted, which is exactly what is going on right now. They intimidate you into giving them, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean. It's not even about the money, just the money, sassy. It's about territory. It's about territory. It's about who's gonna reign here the longest and have the most. And as many slaves as they can possibly have. We're all slaves now. The best thing that could happen to us would be that shit fall apart. Because then we could be our own masters. Our own masters of the matrix. But this is what I'm trying to teach you how to do now. To become your own master of your matrix. To create the world that you see, envision for yourself, as opposed to letting somebody else control it for you. I sounded like James T. Kirk there for a minute. Courtroom is something else. Let me tell you, I worked in the legal field for quite some time, and I was just a paralegal, but I got my fill. When I first started, it was with the public pretenders office, and I used to sit and watch court cases all the time while I was doing my paperwork on court TV, you know, where they arraign people and stuff. And I would sit there and watch some of this unbelievable shit. It's the power. They're all power greedy, baby. See me? They're power hungry for territory. They're power hungry to control everything because they're a bunch of control freaks. They want to control the population. They want to control the people. I mean, what is that? What is this summit over in Europe that they have? These people are telling us that you will own nothing and you will be happy. Thank you, Anna. So you will own nothing and you will be happy. Yeah, they ain't real lawyers. Anybody goes to school for 7 years to make $40,000 a year, kid, is not a lawyer. My husband made $500,000 a year, not $40,000 a year. They don't make the kind of money that any other lawyer makes. So, in my opinion, you wasted 7 years of law school. I wanted to be one of those when I grew up, Bean, but I guess God had other plans for me. Dr. Bill Gates. Yeah, okay, Gil Bates. Whatever, man. You ain't got no medical degree, biatch. The Borg is taking over. Oh gosh. Yeah, you learn a lot in my chat, Santa. We learn a lot here. We don't play no bullshit. We discuss the real issues at hand, the magician behind the curtain. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. And you will pull the curtain back on the real magicians. And understand that you've been having magic played on you for a very, very long time. Generations, eons of magic, spells, and manipulation, and television sets to hypnotize you. And yeah, it's all spells. I don't know how long we're going to be here, Sass. If we don't see you back here before then, have a good evening, girl. Love you. Mwah. You think, Heather? Yeah, we are. We're awesome. Bananas, cabanas. You guys are so cute. I love you. I love you and your little stuffs. Love you, Sassy. You might be, Christian. We're missing a couple of guys. Unless they're here and they just ain't talking. Well, that would be normal. You're not usually that. Last week I had how many people did I have in here last week? Oh, probably because I started that OnlyFans account. So I probably had a whole bunch of guys coming in here to check out to see if I was naked. I had like 500 people come in here all at once. And it was like, oh, okay. So they're probably thinking with that OnlyFans thing, she's like, oh, she's naked. We gotta go see her. All 500 of them at once. And then this week we got our normal crowd. Oh, shit. Wow. Becky, I don't put a price on my wisdom. I'm more than happy to share it. And I want everybody to understand it. I'm not in this just for the money, guys. If I was, I'd be doing a lot more stuff. But this to me. This is being a teacher. This is being a leader. This is trying to help people who don't know where they're going. They're lost in the dark. Accident or choice? Accident. Accident. I was a rock star, baby. I just ended up coming here. I was a music producer before I came here in LA. And then I started reading tarot in 2016, and I just knew how to read them. Somebody sent me a deck of cards anonymously. This is how my venture started. Somebody sent me a deck of cards anonymously, and I just knew how to read them. I don't know what I didn't know what that was all about. So I just followed it. And here we are. Here we are. All my memories started coming back. I got off the painkillers because I've been on them for years and years and years because my neck was broke. But I've healed myself from that too, so I don't have to take those no more. Everything that comes from me is pure being. It's coming from my heart. It's because I love people. Aquarius. Can't get away with it. Can't get away with not being an Aquarius. Got Aquarius heavy in my chart. Scorpio, Aquarius, and Pisces. All real heavy placements. Nicole, I can't tell you what to do with your destiny. I can't tell you what your calling is either. That's where knowing thyself comes in. And you need to go get your chart, your astro-themed birth chart. Look up your chart, unless you want me to do it for you. And that costs money. You can go get your own chart, though. And then start looking up what each planet in that sign in that house means. You'll find out where your weaknesses are, where your strengths are, and what drives you. Because that has all the answers. You got them on you, baby. Just like the glittery red slippers. Dorothy, you know the way home. You've had it on you the whole time. That's just a magician behind that damn veil. Your center is what you need. Nobody else's. Not anything outside of you. When you find that one thing that makes you feel like it feels so right, you can't deny it. You can't. I mean, this feels perfectly natural to me. All the stuff that comes out of my head, I would never be able to remember all of it because it's like memories coming out, memories of past lives, memories of I mean, I can think of at least 3 or 4 lifetimes right in the now. Not to mention, I've had about 10 deaths through this lifetime as well. 10 times I tried, 10 times I fell down, but I got back up 11. And there lies the rub. And maybe on that 11th try, I got it. We have a lot of Scorpios in here, Claire, but we have a couple of very powerful Pisces in here as well. Powerful Pisces. Some of the Pisces can't hang with us because we got some pretty strong power in this chat, and there's a lot of people can't hang. It's either that or they're checking out my OnlyFans and thinking I might be naked, so they're checking in. I don't know. My voice is intermittent. That's because after an hour and a half, the connection starts going. I don't know why. I think it might be fixed, but who am I? I'm just a conspiracy theorist. I forgot my pan. Put my pan on my head. I can give you the yellow brick road, Nicole. And it's not cheap. But I can give you a place to start. Ask. I got a couple people in here that can tell you if I've helped them. Claire, have I helped you? Is she still here? That's one of my clients. One of my most recent clients. And the direction I gave her is helping her quite a bit. Yeah, she's still here. I love it. I like to send problematic folks there to the fans. Just fans, little fans. Industrial fans. Yeah. Well, damn, black magic. Once you stand in your own power, sweetheart, that magic can't touch you. No, Claire, by all means, listen to everything, any information that you can develop. I would even take notes if I was you, because you are working on your root chakra by doing that. Your root chakra is your survival. It is your stability. It is where you work from. So that's where you start from. And once that's balanced, it's the sexual chakra. And we talked about that. Okay, so that's the next one you work on. And then the next one is your solar plexus, your connection to earth, your connection to spirit, and your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown. How come you feel bad when you're listening to it? Pick another frequency. Okay? You might not be ready for that frequency yet, and I might have given you one that was too hardcore. Just look up root chakra meditation or healing. Hey, Carmen, we're about to close out. I'm fading. All right. Like I said, Nicole, I can help put you in a direction, but I can't put your feet to moving. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know, Be the Light. I got to go because that's YouTube, something to do with YouTube. Sometimes you just need a big stick. Poke them in the eye with. Yeah, I got no filters either, and I guess that makes some people think I'm tacky. I don't care. Whatever. Your opinion of me is none of my business anymore. I don't care. Yeah, I'll be here on Saturday night, guys. You're welcome, Becky. I'll be here Saturday night. I'm gonna take a day or two off just to do some journeying. Got some stuff to do for a couple of days. And we'll have lots to talk about on Saturday night. Right now, I want you guys to follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road and find them fancy little shoes that you got going on there. Maybe take it down to 111, Claire. Take it down to 111 or 432, okay? Just so you know. You can also listen to those. 111 or 432 hertz. It sounds like you're not ready for the 528 yet. Don't make me bust somebody in the mouth. I love you guys. You are so great. This is the best chat ever. I'm always going to stay in my happy. You're going to have to be like, I don't even want to talk about it, but it would have to be something serious to take me off of my happy. I'm naturally high, and I ain't allowing anybody to take that away from me. Click those ruby red slippers, ladies. Click them together. There's no place like home. That is your root chakra, bitches. Have fun. I love you. Mwah. I gotta go, guys. They're cutting me off. All right? Take care of yourself out there. All right? And keep them magicians on the other side of your vibe. Don't let that low vibe and sketchy ass shit penetrate your aura. Okay? I love you. Bye, guys.